Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Bunny Cat's Oracle. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. It's great to have you here on the channel. It's great to be here. I live here, so, it's always great to be here. I am going to be doing your November 2020 General Tarot card reading. I like to start every reading with a prayer. I've already lit some candles for you. I'm just going to say a quick prayer for everyone who clicked on this channel today. I pray that you are happy, that you are healthy, that you and your loved ones are safe, that you are blessed, that you're being gentle with everyone you meet, and that all your best wishes are coming true. That's my intention for you, Gemini. Let's get started with your reading. I've already pre-shuffled a bit, but I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. So what's going on for Gemini, please, for November 2020? What's going on for my twins? November 2020. What does Gemini need to know? Geminis, please. We're going to get a few more shuffles. And one more. All right. Let's get started. Doing another rainbow spread this month. It's evolved a little bit. I'm doing 6 lines instead of 5. Let's start with your present energy. 7 of Wands. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles, or oysters, as it's known in the Wonderland deck. We have the Emperor at the top. I feel like some of you are working for yourselves these days. Emperor is a boss-like energy. Others could be dealing with an Aries. This is Aries card, but not necessarily. Lots of fire energy in your spread. I feel like you guys are working really hard with the 10 of Wands here. You're building something. You're finishing something that you started, and it's going to feel like an incredible accomplishment when you're done. You see this massive lizard here. It looks like a dinosaur. He seems to be happy to be carrying all those wands. He's like proud. He's got this proud vibe. You'd be very proud of yourself. But it does feel like a lot of work, and you may just be feeling a little exhausted at times. But with the Ace of Oysters here, it's like it's got the vibe of something new. Either you finish one thing so you can move on to something new, or this is the thing that you're building. You're just putting a lot of work to get it off the ground, but it feels really, really positive, and it feels like you're in charge of your own space with the Emperor there. The Emperor is the king of all kings, so he answers to no one. He is the ruler of his own empire. I feel you are building your empire. You're also very guarded this month, Gemini. You are not letting anybody get up in your space, not letting anyone take from you what you've worked so hard to build. You've gotten yourself to a little bit of a higher ground, and you need to protect your position. So this Griffin is like so ready to fight. You could also be standing up for some people around you, advocating for other people, or some of you may be like working as an agent of sorts, like speaking on behalf of other people. This is a card of advocacy. For others, it's about your boundaries and your personal space and being super, super focused, something you're working really hard on, some new business idea. You've got a lot of really good energy, and you're just not letting anyone like knock you off track. I'm going to get a few playing cards, see if we can get any more information here. I've got the King of Hearts. Oh, and I've got the King of Spades in between these two cards. So massive king energy here, really feeling like whether you're a female or a male or whatever, you are in your masculine energy this month, definitely building something, reigning over your own kingdom, not letting anybody tell you what's what. There may be a little bit of a power struggle almost too. Like it feels like maybe some of you have another man in your life, or even 2 men who are like maybe trying to interfere. That maybe that's why you're feeling so guarded. You could also be forming a partnership. For others, 2 kings can represent a partnership. And if so, it would be a partnership between somebody who's very intelligent, very logical. This could even be you. This is the card of Gemini, King of Spades here. And then someone else who is very caring and very deep, but they've really mastered their emotions. There's somebody who They feel things really deeply, but they don't necessarily show that outwardly. They're very, very calm, very wise, and very caring, and could be a water sign, but doesn't have to be. So that would be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So some of you may be looking at bringing in a partnership, looking at somebody to help you kind of handle these burdens, right? Partnering up with someone on some sort of new business or even a new job. Let's look at what's happening in your recent past, or what's, happened or about to happen, because it's technically still October. I'm doing this reading now a little bit early. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords, who's flamingos represent the swords in this deck. This is the Alice in Wonderland deck. And the Magician at the top. So you've made some moves in your recent past. You manifested some sort of new beginning, acting very intelligently. There's a lot of thought energy here, working really hard on your skills. You're still working hard. It feels more like now, though, you're like putting in the work of like the bits and parts of what you're building. Whereas in your recent past, I feel like you were developing your talents. You may have some sort of special talent. You may have been reading or taking some sort of course online, or just sort of like fine tuning what you're doing, trying to get better at it, which is really cool. Eight of Diamonds, which is representing the Pentacles and the oysters here. We have lots of different suits on this deck, but I know this card as the Eight of Pentacles, and it says, rewards are coming. We have the card of rest here. So you've been working really hard on something, and there was a need to sort of like rest and recover and kind of like recharge yourself for like the next bit, which makes sense because you need to find another, like a second wind to complete this big project, whatever it is that you guys are working on this month. We have the King of Flamingos again. This is your card. This card would represent a Gemini, typically. King of Swords represented by the flamingo here. So this could be you, you being in your own element. A lot of that thought energy, using a lot of intelligence, like with the King of Swords at the bottom and the Magician at the top. I feel like you've been very smart. You've been probably reading a lot, like studying, strategizing, I'm getting, and probably communicating with a lot of people too, like making some moves, like setting up your new life. For others of you, you could have actually been dealing with a Gemini. You could have another Gemini around you, or another air sign, or just somebody who's mature, very logical, some sort of professional that may have helped you or may have come into your life recently wanting to kind of partner up with you somehow. This is interesting. Maybe let's see if we have anything else to add. Ooh, 10 of Diamonds. So this is to do with your wealth. This person may be very wealthy. You may have teamed up with them because they have a lot more money to add to a partnership, or they have some expertise that's going to bring in money. But it seems like money is looking really good for you. You may have come into some money recently. This can also be about an inheritance. So for some of you, this is an older man, like a grandfather, or, a distant uncle or something who may have passed and left you some money. Good for you, if that's okay. Sorry for your loss. If that resonates with you, it's not going to resonate with everyone differently. I'm just saying a whole bunch of random things here because this is a general reading, so it's going to apply for people in a different way. We have Ace of Diamonds and the Five of Hearts now in between the Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. I am getting the sense, again, there's this new business idea. We have the Ace of Diamonds twice now. It's in the present. It's also in the recent past. So it's something I feel like you've started recently. You're still working on that. You're still working on building that. Whatever this is, it feels like a new business for some people, or a new way of going about things. Could be, something that you started with somebody else, or some kind of new job where you've teamed up with somebody else. But in the recent past, there's a feeling of like kind of uneasy relationships. You may have been working with some people that you didn't quite vibe with, and you've needed to kind of take a rest, take a break. It could have just been somebody you came across, like if, for example, if you took a course or maybe somewhere where you worked in the past. I get the feeling like it's a job. Like some of you have come out of a job recently where there was just a little bit of an uneasiness. Maybe you just weren't totally on the same page as everyone else. Could have been a little bit of jealousy. I'm not seeing anything like horrible here. It's just kind of a sense of like just uncomfortable, like not the greatest group. And that would make sense why you'd have the Four of Swords here, because there's just a need to sort of like rest and recover for a little bit and then work on your next move. And you seem to have just kind of like jumped through that vibe. And here you are like building your empire in the present. So good for you, Gemini. This is cool. This is really cool. Let's take a look at your near future. I don't actually predict your future, but it's fun anyway. We'll look at it anyway. We've got the Hierophant, aka the High Priest. We have the Wheel of Fortune, upright, wonderful, lucky. We have Temperance. Wow, major arcana showing up here. You're all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. Big changes. And Page of Oysters. I like it. I like the Page of Oysters, aka Jack of Diamonds, or Page of Pentacles, as it's commonly known in the tarot. This is like entrepreneurship. For some of you, it could be really good news too, like good news about money. Let's get a clarifier. Ooh, I like this. The Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune with the 10 of Hearts. I can't help but think some of you were thinking about getting married, and if not married, like committed, getting into a committed relationship. I know we're living in the modern world, so not everybody, needs a traditional marriage, but the Hierophant is often associated with marriage. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels like your fortune is changing. It feels like this would be a really good union, maybe with a wealthy partner. We did have the diamonds here, 10 of diamonds here, somebody that maybe you met recently who has a lot of wealth. Could be a man, could be a woman, either way. 5 of diamonds says this is somebody who would be there for you through thick and through thin. There's a strong sense of support. There's a feeling like even when you feel like the whole world is against you, you have this one person in your corner that's going to support you. So that feels really incredibly positive. It also feels like somebody's offering you something here. Somebody might be getting offered a rock, right? A diamond ring. We did have the Ace of Diamonds here, or may have recently received this offer, and it feels like something amazing out of the blue. This feels really incredibly positive. For others, it's not going to be about marriage, of course. This could be about just like a really happy family and coming into a luckier time. It could also be about finding your friend group, like finding your tribe. Finally, could even be a best friend, right? Somebody around you that feels like family. And the 10 of Hearts represents like the height of happiness. It's like everything that you could want. A very, very happy feeling like luck is shining on you. Things are taking a turn, definitely for the better. This is like a major change, right? Because we do have the 3 major arcanas like stacked one on top of the other. And when that happens in a reading, it means that it's sort of like the forces of fate have stepped in and you're going through some sort of life change that feels like it's like fated. It's like meant to be somehow, you could have connected recently with a soulmate. There's also a really strong feeling of healing, here coming up in your near future. Some of you may be reviewing your habits, what you eat, what you drink, what you smoke or don't smoke, and kind of just toning them down. Temperance is about, being very moderate and not doing things in excess. And if you have been doing things in excess, just kind of reining them in a bit, right? It doesn't say you have to quit all of your favorite things, but just kind of keep an eye on the excess and taking good care of yourself, maybe starting a new health regime. But it's a really wonderful healing energy. For some of you too, like you could be healing a relationship, maybe with a partner or with a friend that's come back from the past. There could be some apologies exchanged. There's a really wonderful healing vibe coming here. The Joker is clarifying this, and the 3 of Hearts. So there's a feeling of wildness. The Joker actually makes me think of the Magician here. It's almost like you're manifesting this situation. You may be thinking about someone and suddenly you get a message from them, or you have like a weird hunch about them and you reach out and you're reconnecting with that person. You may feel like your relationship with this person is not good or it can't be healed, and you would actually be really surprised. The 3 of Hearts is a very positive card. It's about friendship, about reunion, people meeting up together, getting drinks, that kind of thing. That may not be happening now because of the restrictions, but you may be having some really lovely, heartfelt conversations with people, either online or on the phone or on Zoom or whatever. And it's a really wonderful feeling. I feel like a really strong sense of support, feeling like you're in your tribe, like you've got good friends around you, like you're getting some good news for a change. And things do seem to be moving in a very positive direction in your near future. My dear Geminis, let's look at what's hidden to you. We've got the Tower. We've got Justice. We have Judgment. Again, with the major arcana. What is going on with you guys this month? And the Star. Jesus Christ. All freaking major arcana, like so much. This is really wild. There's some massive changes happening around you. We've got the Four of Hearts there. The Three of Clubs. Let's see what else we have here. Eight of Swords, Eight of Diamonds. Okay. Judgment with the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Diamonds. I get the sense there may be something you wanted to do in the past. You may be looking back in your life and thinking, you know, I used to want to do this, or I used to have this dream I was going to be this when I grew up. And then you're looking back and you're realizing, you know, I went in a completely different direction. The Eight of Spades talks about your fears. It's about the fears that are in your head, not fears that are real, not things that are really actually going to harm you, but just you yourself being afraid to do something, being afraid to maybe take a chance, being afraid maybe of what people will think. And then it is crossed by another eight, the Eight of Diamonds, which is again about your talents and about saying, you know, there's actually a lot of reward available there. So we get the sense of somebody who is wanting to develop a talent that maybe they had earlier in their life, that they were sort of afraid to express, or that they felt like it wasn't, you know, a realistic path to go down, or they were afraid of what people would think. And this says, you know, it's worth exploring that. It's worth exploring this dream. There are some rewards available to you if you do. You may not see it right now. I feel like in your present energy, you're like working really, really hard on something, and it just feels like a lot of burdens. You're not really quite aware of just how impactful what you're doing right now could be in the future, and just how well it could possibly go. With the Star at the top of this line, this is telling me dreams come true. This is the dream. And it's funny, the Star is right on top of the Tower. Something has been kind of knocked out of your life unexpectedly, or will be. You've either already experienced your Tower moment, or you're going to, but the Star is already here. The Star is actually the card that comes right after the Tower. It's when the water bearer comes and fills that hole where that tower burnt down and there was just char and, you know, burning ash. The water bearer fills it with water and makes it into this beautiful pool, which renews the earth around it and allows the plants to grow and creates this wonderful little area where the animals can come and take a rest. The griffin is just here relaxing by the pool. So it's a sense of renewal and healing after a really chaotic time and some really unexpected, really terrifying changes, right? So this is telling me, like, you are getting a really beautiful renewal. Like, there's a wonderful healing energy coming in, even though you've been through some craziness, or maybe even going through a little bit more unexpected craziness. You know, there's something really good that's going to come out of it. And it's also telling me that your dreams can come true. You can, you know, pick up on that thing that you wanted to do when you were a little kid, and you can, you know, bring this renewed energy to it and try again. And I think it's going to be very well received. Justice seems to be in your corner this month. Justice upright tells me things are going well for you. You may be getting some good karma. If you've been doing bad deeds, of course, you may be getting some bad karma, but I don't really see that here. This looks really positive. We got the Four of Hearts, true love. True love, and also the card of opportunity, massive opportunity. Three of Clubs can be about opportunities overseas. You may be communicating with people who are like literally on the other side of the world, like speaking with them over the internet and doing some sort of, you know, long distance business deals. There's a ton of opportunity around you, but I also get the sense that you may be getting an opportunity through your loved ones somehow, either a friend, like a really true friend, or a family member, or your partner, right? Because there was a really strong partnership energy here, right? For those of you who are getting married or getting into a committed relationship, it feels like this person is actually helping you to go after some opportunities, or maybe pointing some things out to you that just weren't really on your radar, right? So this is really incredible. I feel like there's just so much opportunity available for you, Gemini. And there's such a wonderfully supportive energy around you. Let's take a look at what's motivating you this month. We have the Queen of Hats. Somebody's in their feelings. They have the Eight of Wands communication card. I see that earlier. No, maybe not. And we have the Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands, again, like so many wands here, hey, so much fire. It's the vibe I'm getting is like, you're not giving up. You're not giving up. You're like, nuh-uh. Like, this is the card of the wounded warrior at the top of this line. Like, he's got one eye patch on. He's obviously been through some heck. He's created this incredibly strong boundary behind him, and he's just ready to fight, ready to defend what is his. It's actually similar to the Seven of Wands that showed up here on your present, right? Feeling so strong, even though you may be feeling a little bit exhausted, you're just finding that last reserve in you and just, going for it, going for gold, and if you need to take a rest and you need to recoup, you take a rest and then you get up and you keep fighting. So you've got a real fighter energy around you. And again, like I said, lots of wands in your energy. So that fire, it could even be a little fighty. Like, you could be quick to anger at times, because like a fire can be anger as well. But there's a strong sense of passion and strength and really good energy to go after what you want. So I really like that. And also some really good feelings here with the Queen of Hats, aka Queen of Cups, as she's usually known. This could also represent a Pisces. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or another water sign, Cancer or Scorpio. You did have the King of Hearts here, right? And with this idea of a partnership somehow, so whether that's in business or in love, you could be connecting with a water sign that you're thinking about. For others, this is just about your own emotions, feeling good. And Queen of Hats is a very creative, very daydreamy type of woman. And not that you're necessarily a woman hearing this reading, but there's this creative, feminine type of vibe, very beautiful, but she kind of does what she wants. She's a very unique individual. A lot of people don't get her, this kind of mystical Piscean vibe about this person. So I feel like it's about doing the things that you like, for a change. Like, you may have been in a period where you're doing what everybody else wants you to do, or you're just kind of making a living. So you're kind of doing a job that just, is bringing in the money, but it's not something you necessarily like. And I feel like this month or this period of your life, you're really wanting to just reconnect with those things that actually move you and make you feel really good and make you feel like you're in your flow, like your childhood dream. And really, really positive feelings here. You also could be feeling really good at home, maybe working from home and really enjoying your space, making it really comfortable. Trying to, enjoy some good food and, some good wine and just really enjoying the moment. So I like this vibes a lot. Communication vibes here with the Eight of Wands. You're communicating with a lot of people and you're wanting to increase your communications, better them, improve. That's the word I'm looking for. So I'm obviously not the best communicator right now or, ever. But there's a really strong desire to communicate with a lot of people and to kind of get things moving. Queen of Spades and the Seven of Hearts here as well. I'm getting the sense of being very choosy about the people you allow into your space and the people you chat with and kind of what information you share. Queen of Spades is very perceptive, doesn't let people into her life if they don't belong there. Very, very strong boundaries. So I think you're also being very choosy. You could have, like I saw earlier, maybe a little bit of uncomfortable, uneasy relationships in the past. I feel like you're just being very careful about whom you allow into your life going forward, right? And wanting to make good decisions. It could be a little bit of rivalry as well. You could have dealt with a rival in the recent past, and that's sort of put you in a certain frame of mind, you're like, I'm going to win. This person is not going to make me look bad. Is that kind of vibe? It's sort of like motivating you a little bit, like a little bit of friendly competition or unfriendly competition. Some of you also, though, you could be thinking about a woman who's an air sign. Again, this could be your energy, but there could be someone else around you, another Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person that you have on your mind this month. For some of you, not everyone. Let's look at some advice that may or may not apply to you. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Seven of Hearts, which we saw again here, or Seven of Cups as it's often known. We have the 10 of diamonds. This is saying choose wisely. It's also saying like go for it. Like go for it. The Knight of Wands. He's the Knight of Peppermills in this deck. He's a really, really fast moving knight, fastest moving knight. He's like, he's here, he's gone. Like you just never know if he's coming or going. So it's saying like, just get up and just go for it. You've got so much of this fire energy in your reading this month. So, yeah, just keep going. Just keep going. Like make use of that energy now while you have it. And choose wisely. Again, had this card here, right? 7 of Hearts. This is the same card, 7 of Cups. Lots and lots of options around you, and it may have to do with the people in your life, the people you trust, the people you choose. Choose wisely. Listen to your gut. Pay attention to your past experiences. You did have the Judgment card here, right? Which says you've learned a lot from the experiences you've been through in the past, and you can apply those lessons to the future. So choose wisely. You got your money in your mind. So focus on getting those pentacles, getting those coins. This is like wealth. And it's saying, there's a lot of wealth available to you, but you are going to work for it. It's not just going to fall into your hands. So keep focused on your dreams this month, Gemini. Don't let anybody knock you off track. It seems like you're making moves. Go for gold. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to get some oracle cards for you while I'm here. This is Colette Baron Reed's Wisdom of the Oracle cards. And let's see. What messages does Gemini need to hear? Anything for Geminis from the twins? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, we have a lot. Oh my God. Am I going to take them all? Okay. We have the why. We have to be fair, followed by here and now, come to the edge, all that glitters, and why. Okay. So I think this is saying, do the right thing, Gemini, to be fair. I think I saw the Justice card here. You reap what you sow, right? So if you want to allow good karma into your life, you need to be good to people, obviously. You don't want to be sneaky or, be completely honest in your communications, completely upfront. Don't try and cut corners. It will work out better for you in the end. Here and now. Enjoy the here and now. There's wonderful, wonderful energy around you. So remember to stay present. If you find yourself rehashing problems from the past, try to just gently come back to the present. It also says come to the edge. And this is actually making me think of these 2 8s you had earlier, 8 of Swords with the 8 of Diamonds. And I saw somebody who was wanting to take a chance on some sort of talent, doing something unique and maybe being a little afraid. This is saying like, go for it. Go for it. Even though it's scary, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exhilarating. As long as you're being true and you're being kind, you can't go wrong here. All that glitters and why. Okay. So this is about being discerning. All that glitters is not gold, but some of it is, right? Somebody else got this card in their reading as well. It's up to you to follow your intuition and use your intelligence to see through these masks, to see the people who are behind them, to figure out what's gold and what's pyrite, right? Fool's gold, because not everyone is. You are going to have a lot of options around you this month, and you really, really do need to choose wisely. Some of them are going to be really good, and find your why. Focus on your purpose. Ask yourself, why are you doing this? Because not every option that's going to be presented to you is going to be the right thing, right? So come back to your why, your purpose. What is this going to do for me? Is it worth going after? So many opportunities available to you this month with the 3 of Clubs, with the 7 of Hearts showing up twice, with the Star card, like all this major arcana. I like this a lot. I wish you all the best of luck. I hope you make the right choices for yourself. I apologize about the background sounds. It's construction. I thank you for joining me today on the channel, Gemini. It's been a real pleasure doing your reading. And I hope to see you again really soon. Until then, take excellent care of yourselves. Bye.